Hey YouTube, I'm watching the Artemis 2 launch, and there's a few seconds left. So Artemis 2, I'm watching it on Fox. Is this Fox News?
Yeah.
Okay, this is Fox News. Watching Artemis 2 launch. It's awesome. It happened. Happening. 3, 2, 1. I didn't do it. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's bright. Oh. That camera over there shot. Boom. Look at this. It's flying off. That's a lot of fire. Whoa. It's going off into the atmosphere. I don't know if it's made into the atmosphere yet. Say it when it does. AMT high. Oh, look. It's going like 100 miles per hour, I think it said.
12.
Oh, 1,200. This is crazy. Ooh. 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 It's flying. See it. Supersonic. Gotta go fast. Boom, 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 boom. That's crazy. 2,600 miles an hour. This is awesome. Something's going down. Is it going down or up? I can't tell. Dad, is it going up or down? I can't tell.
Well, that once I get up in the atmosphere, that rocket will drop off.
Oh, they're the
Well,
I don't know what it's called. I forgot what it's called, but it's like I'm pretty sure the. Oh. Wait, is that part of the rocket?
Mm.
There's a camera on the rocket. That's crazy. Something's falling. What's falling? Oh, loose. I can't do that. That's the lamp. That's that. That. Oh, with something separation. What happened? That part looks like an alien ship. Whoa, what happened?
5,000 miles an hour.
5,000 miles an hour. Why am I showing my foot? I should probably didn't do that. Dude, look. System. What smoke is, I think, where the rocket. Well, something, I don't know. Said something Carmen line.
minutes 50 seconds into the flight of Artemis 2, Wiseman, Glover, Cook, and Hansen crossed the boundary to space with good comm checks. GPS signals acquired after last jettison now working on internal checks to verify accuracy. Analyze the time of main engine cutoff confirmed at 8 minutes 2 seconds, time of MECO.
IRIS. Is that the IRS up there? In the red? What IRS? Oh. Oh, the camera's breaking.
We see the same, and we have a beautiful moonrise. We're headed right at it.
So the camera messed up.
5 minutes into the flight, Commander Reed Wiseman confirms he has visuals of his destination. GPS guidance, navigation, and control software finishes internal checks and sends to navigation channels.
Integrity 3, engine press.
Ooh.
Love you, Mama.
3 seconds of mission elapsed time into the Artemis 2 mission. At this point, 3 good main engines are all that main engine cutoff target. Though at this time, we're saying
That person's gonna be like, yeah. She was, whatever. Is it he or she? I can't tell. Too cloudy for it.
If you can see it.
Well, you know how sometimes you can see the moon starting? And I just thought maybe you could see like a little dot by the moon. Because he just said they could see the moon. What are you going to do? Take this whole thing?
Super important shutdown plan. Flight director Joe Freeling expected at the 7-minute mark.
That's my nana.
Integrity 78 miles in altitude, 460 miles downrange.
Well, I will see y'all in the morning. Love you, love you, love you.
6 minutes and 48 seconds of mission elapsed time. Shutdown plan is as expected. And the time of MECO was confirmed at 8 minutes 2 seconds into the flight.
This is amazing.
7 minutes of mission elapsed time.
Yeah, this camera's finna melt. This camera's melting.
As we approach the abort once around option. Milestone at the 7-minute 30-second mark. 650 miles downrange, traveling more than 15,000 miles per hour.
15,000 miles an hour.
The window is now open for an abort once around option that would target splashdown in the Pacific Ocean. Still following nominal ascent at this time. Seconds remaining until the main engine cutoff of the Space Launch System core stage. Standing by for confirmation of MECO and core stage separation.
Core stage separation. It just released. Look at all the. I think that's like melted metal, I think. Is it bad that they're separating that, or is that gonna fall down back to Earth? Dad, I'm trying to video this. Can you turn it down your phone, Dad, please?
Trajectory on the way to swim around the moon. Core stage has separated, done its job. Space Launch System Upper Stage, the Inner Rim Cryogenic Propulsion Stage, or ICPS, still attached to the Orion spacecraft. Mission elapsed time, integrity crew of Reed Wiseman, Victor Glover,
We're there.
Christina Cook, and
We
Jeremy
need to go
Hansen now
there.
in orbit around
Maybe.
the Earth at the beginning of their journey to the moon.
It looks like men are on the right and women are on the left.
That is amazing.
Connect your airlines. Just connect the ones that connect to the light. Connect your light.
Numbers for the pass.
There you go. You can connect them, but that's never gonna work, okay? So go ahead.
Now reminding the crew that the parity race maneuver time of ignition is as expected prior to booster ignition. 49 minutes, 50 seconds of mission elapsed time.
Okay, so at this moment, I'm gonna back up my truck, pick it up from the rear, and swing it over just to give us a clearance so we can pull through and not further disrupt.
That's my dad's phone if you hear something in the background.
As you can see, top foot is rim. Flat. And he tore apart his lines here. See that?
Maybe I'm a little boring. Not gonna lie.
Good, Ned's deploy.
Okay, just to repeat it.
It's been 10 minutes since the launch. It's gonna be 11, but
And Jerry Houston for PWV set. Just a reminder, halfway open on the secondary. Halfway open.
I can't see anything.
Overhearing the conversation between Capcom Stan Love and Commander Reed Wiseman, already passing some milestones. We have a good nozzle extension deployment system that is confirmed complete. We also have the visors are confirmed up now past the dynamic phase of flight that is ascent. Their launch and entry suits now not as needed. They're going to raise those visors. And later in today's mission, they will begin to egress and get out of activating some of the systems aboard in the Liberty spacecraft. Passing 12 minutes of mission elapsed time. Again, the parachute raise maneuver that's targeted near 50 minutes of mission elapsed time, 49 minutes, 50 seconds. That's what the crew is going to be working towards. The Commander Reed Wiseman pilot, Victor Glover, will focus
Velocity is 18,132. Miles from Earth is
Christina Cook and
214. Miles to the moon is 241,711.
Orion to Earth communication network.
That's going up every second, but each of them are at least going up by 1. We're going down by 1. So that's going down. That's going up. That's going down and up. Now, ka-chow.
15 minutes and 30 seconds of mission elapsed time. We're going to continue to follow the crew of the Artemis 2 mission. They are beginning their journey around the moon to verify the systems that will take us to its surface. An incredible ascent. Artemis 2 is underway. Reed Wiseman, Victor Glover, Christina Cook, and Jeremy Hansen begin their journey to the moon. Still milestones to come up as we await solar array deploy and critical firms that will get integrity and a high Earth orbit around the Earth before engines are fired to get us around the moon. We'll keep tabs on Integrity and its crew from here in Mission Control Houston. But for now, we're going to send it back to you, Megan and Nicole at the Kennedy Space Center. Very jealous to hear how the launch experience was in lower on the Space Coast.
Yeah, Gary, for people are just joining us, welcome back to the Space Coast where we just saw Artemis 2 lift off 14 minutes ago. And wow, what an amazing launch. And an emotional one too. As soon as the rocket lifted off, Nicole, you had tears in your eyes, I had tears in my eyes, and we had all these people around us cheering. It was amazing.
Yeah, the energy was wonderful. I mean, it was
My papa works at NASA.
you know, we have more friends and family members headed to the moon. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, how does that make you feel as someone who, is an astronaut as well, but also, as you said, friends?
Yeah, so proud of them. You know, man, we don't have the words in the English language to describe this kind of an event and pride, love, and so many emotions. You know, they are truly breaking some barriers, and hopefully, you know, as Gary just said, they've got a long day ahead of them. So wishing them well and everything. But so far, what a beautiful launch to watch.
Yeah, to be returning to the lunar orbit in more than 50 years. Maybe they go farther from Earth than any other humans before them. Maybe they see parts of the moon that we've never seen before. I mean, what a great start to what could be all of these milestones that we break in just a 10-day mission.
Yes, what a way to implement the Artemis generation.
Yeah, how do you feel? I mean, we saw some beautiful shots we were covering of course, the rocket, of course, the Earth falling away as we continue up into our ascents, but also overcome by this history-making moment.
Man, we are going back to the moon for all, and we saw that today. We saw that in all the crowds. And yeah, you guys just saw that view, the sunrise or sunset. I guess they just made it over the crest of the Earth, and you can see the sun. You know, one of my favorite views from space, and I can't imagine what they're looking at now, and I can't wait to see what they're looking at in about 5 or 6 days.
Yeah, and you know, I know a lot of people are like, you know what, I'm surprised this launched on the first try, because we know, like, any little thing, we have to be keeping safety in mind, and we want to make sure we're ready to go, but we were ready to go, and I think it surprised a lot of people. What a wonderful surprise on this Wednesday evening.
It did, you know, and it kind of surprised me as well, but you know, it's just a testament to the team here that has been working so hard on
And so we can continue to watch Christina, Reed, Victor, and Jeremy on their way now to the moon. We have flight milestones race when we get that in with Mission Control and Gary.
Hey, thanks, Megan. Again, we're all in the action. It is a long day. They have a number of procedures they need to get to immediately in their timeline.
This is awesome.
Cross-eye referring to flight controllers here initiating a connection between some of the batteries aboard the Orion spacecraft, allowing for an even distribution of power. This is the flight control teams that took us through ascent of the Artemis 2 mission today. Right now we're, as you see, passing 18 minutes of mission left. The Orion spacecraft Integrity and the interim cryogenic propulsion system are maneuvering tail to sun. It is in this orientation, this attitude.
Integrity anywhere until that momentary propulsion. Read no action, looking at it.
Crazy.
Reed Wiseman verifying what is being routed to his displays aboard Integrity. Propulsion engineer confirming that no action is needed at this time. They're pressing through with their nominal procedures to prepare for the perigee raise maneuver. And course, the solar array wing deploy ahead of that. The solar array wing deploy is a critical milestone. We'll continue to have our follow the mission until that deployment. Successful launch is just the beginning. The deployment of the solar arrays and successful confirmation that those solar array wings are drawing power
19 minutes.
is a
That's
significant
how long it's been
milestone
out.
that says to the flight control teams that we will continue on today's mission. Power needs to be drawn to continue through some of the next milestones. Until then, the AOA open option that was called up on ascent, the abort once around, is the current option, and the board to orbit option ATO will be switched to a preferred mode at the time that the solar array wings are deployed and latched. It gives the flight control teams a little bit more flexibility.
Integrity Houston, update on Teeter's handover for your pad.
Give us just 1 minute. And Stan, you can read it like this, ready to copy.
Roger. Teeter's handover east to west, expected 1 second earlier at 5:1 minutes, 26 seconds.
It's 1 second. Wonder why that's a problem.
Get out earlier for 5126 Teeters east to west, and saws are starting to deploy. Thermal knives are firing.
We concur. Thanks for the report.
Read back of the reports that you just heard on the Orion to Earth network. Integrity has maneuvered tail to sun. The RL-10 nozzle on the end of the ICPS is pointed towards the sun, and the solar array deployment sequence has begun. With the deployment confirmed, it'll be several minutes until they are what is called in a latched position. Once they are latched and confirmed to be drawing power, they can switch the mode to ATO and continue along the mission. The teachers built when to expect handovers between the tracking and data relay satellites. Currently orbiting Earth at an altitude of 545 statute miles above the Earth. They are in a near-Earth network communication system. The tracking and data relay satellites, geosynchronous satellites that are stationed about 23,000 miles above the Earth. After the Apogee rays burn, that occurs later today, the burn itself will put them at an altitude that surpasses range of the tracking and data relay satellites, and they will transition to the deep space network today.
Integrity for prop messages, we see 2 temperature measurements right near the line. It's a momentary message you saw earlier. We're going to suppress those. It's CM helium heater 2 T1 and heater 1 T1. They're going suppressed.
Integrity, thank you. We see the same.
This is Mission Control Houston, passing 23 minutes of mission elapsed time into the Artemis II mission. This is after a launch that began at 5:35 and 12 seconds Central Time, 6:35 and 12 seconds PM Eastern Time. Right now, the orientation you're seeing from our aero visualization that translates some of the telemetry that we're getting from the spacecraft and puts it into a model so you can follow along on some of the milestones that we are following here. The RL-10 nozzle that you see at the left end of your screen, though it is currently not firing, that nozzle is pointed towards the sun, and the solar arrays are currently deploying. From this visualization, they looked fully stowed in a position.
Integrity, we are happy to report that Jeremy has the O2 sensors on. Copy O2 sensors.
Again, Commander Reed Wiseman and pilot Victor Glover overseeing the deployment of the solar arrays. And we'll follow the attitude maneuver changes ahead of the first burn of the ICPS engine, the perigee raise maneuver.
Terry Houston, we see 4 saws deployed and latched, ready for ATO preferred.
Yeah, we're almost there in the procedure stand, and we see the same thing.
A 7-second miscompare between the MET on Orion and ICPS. We'd like you to read us the MET from your center status bar and for the ICPS on StackZone.
Randy, look at me. iPads didn't exist 50 years ago.
And Stan, we see a absolutely precise alignment. MET 25, 14, 15, 16, precisely aligned with ICPS MET.
Cordless phones.
Copy, thank you for that. We'll investigate your ground issue.
At Houston Integrity, ATO preferred set.
Copy, ATO preferred.
This is Mission Control Houston, 25 minutes, 45 seconds into the flight of Artemis II. We have confirmation that all 4 solar array wings are deployed and latched. This is the configuration needed to switch to ATO preferred, which you did hear confirmed from pilot Victor Glover. That mode has been switched. There's also a discussion with Capcom Stan Love and Commander Reed Wiseman about the alignment of the MET clocks on the Orion spacecraft and the ICPS. Commander Reed Wiseman confirmed the clocks are in sync, no issues, they're going to investigate it on the ground. We're proceeding with today's mission. 26 minutes of mission elapsed time and counting.
This is crazy.
Yep.
Houston, we're approaching 28 minutes of mission elapsed time into the Artemis II mission. At this point, we've had a successful liftoff from the pad at 5:35 p.m. and 12 seconds p.m. Central Time, 6:35 and 12 seconds p.m. Eastern Time. With a good main engine cutoff, core stage separation, and a good trajectory to begin today's mission. Right now, the spacecraft has maneuvered tail to sun. We're standing by for another maneuver to maneuver into the burn attitude. This is where the RL-10 engine of the ICPS is pointed in the correct orientation for the perigee raise maneuver. We did hear confirmation that the perigee raise maneuver time of ignition has been confirmed per the pad, which means it was the predicted time prior to liftoff.
Integrity for GNC, we're taking channel 1 to unfiltered and to BFS.
Okay, Stan, we're watching. Go ahead.
Capcom Stan Love reading up to the crew of Integrity. It will switch the navigation source from channel 1, standing by for confirmation that that switch has occurred. Pilot Victor Glover will receive confirmation when, and as at least watching to confirm that that switch has occurred. Again, the perigee raise maneuver that we're heading towards, not too long from now, we're actually inside 20 minutes at this time from the time of ignition of the perigee raise maneuver. We did have a successful deployment and launched of all 4 solar array wings. This is the configuration needed to commit to the perigee raise maneuver. Of course, flight controllers here and Mission Control Houston will continue to evaluate that everything is good before committing to that burn. The perigee raise maneuver does raise the perigee, the lowest point in the orbit, from 15 to 100 nautical miles. The 100 nautical mile mark is needed to continue in low Earth orbit and hit the target for the apogee raise burn. That will put them in a high Earth orbit for the remainder of the day and set them up for the right position to execute the translunar injection and head to the moon tomorrow. The burn duration of the perigee raise maneuver is 26 seconds. It's a relatively short burn, but it does raise the perigee and do the job to get into the correct position before firing that main engine on the ICPS. The pad had a TGERS handover. This is the tracking and data relay satellites. East to west, they are geosynchronous satellites that are positioned around the globe. And as Orion makes its way around the Earth right now, above the west coast of Africa, at an altitude of about 923 statute miles, and counting. The perigee raise maneuver is not executed at the perigee. It is rather executed on the, actually closer to the apogee. But what it does is it raises the perigee of the other end of the orbit to 100 nautical miles. The 26-second duration burn does not conflict with the time that they've reported of the tracking and data relay satellite handover from TGERS east to west. Again, geosynchronous satellites that are used not only by Integrity today, but the International Space Station as well. That time of handover is 51 minutes, 26 seconds. Plenty of margin before the perigee raise maneuver cutoff happens, and the trajectory is analyzed to see whether it was a good burn. Good burn means that the burn was performed as expected and sets the trajectory on course for that 100 nautical mile perigee target mark. Again, for those sticking with us on NASA Plus and following along on our coverage, we will continue to follow and to cover the mission until, well, actually, we'll continue to cover the mission 24/7. But we'll wrap up our coverage here shortly. And now that solar array wing deployment has occurred on NASA Plus and Amazon Prime. Again, we will continue coverage 24/7 at the NASA YouTube channel. For those that want to see all of the upcoming milestones, there are select times where we will be coming back to NASA Plus and other streaming platforms. You can go to nasa.gov to find the latest on when to find those activities. Given that this is an operational mission, we do want to make sure that we are maintaining transparency in the mission and providing you all the information on what's happening in space as Reed Wiseman, Victor Glover, Christina Cook, and Jeremy Hansen head on their mission around the moon. Inside Integrity at this time, again, the solar array wings have deployed. The Integrity is maneuvering to its burn attitude ahead of the execution of the perigee raise maneuver. Overseeing these steps is primarily done by Commander Reed Wiseman and pilot Victor Glover. Mission specialist Christina Cook and Jeremy Hansen focusing on some of the system activation inside of Orion, namely the environmental and control. The activation and checkout of some of these critical systems are very important to continuing on the mission, making sure that those systems are in a good condition and in a reliable condition to provide the necessary environmental and control needs of the crew, with humans on board through the duration of the mission that extends 10 flight days. Standing by for an update to the perigee raise maneuver time of ignition. Should be right up to the crew very shortly.
Integrity Houston, updated PRM numbers when you're ready to copy.
Houston, we are ready to copy.
TIG is 2 seconds earlier at 4 minutes for 8 seconds. TIGO unchanged at 26 seconds.
49, 48, TIGO 26.
This is Mission Control Houston. With that update, we are approaching a little more than 13 minutes from the time of ignition of the perigee raise maneuver. That time updated to be 2 seconds earlier was 49 minutes, 50 seconds of mission elapsed time. We'll now move to 49 minutes, 48 seconds. The duration of the burn, that's what was referred to as the TGO, will still remain at 26 seconds. Relatively short duration burn, again, just raises the perigee of the orbit today. Making sure they hit the mark on that time of ignition is the primary concern of Commander Reed Wiseman and pilot Victor Glover. Mission specialist Christina Cook and Jeremy Hansen inside activating those environmental control and life support systems. At this time, all 4 crew members are wearing the launch and entry suits.
Integrity Houston, for Optimus on the PCD, we have time update instructions when you're ready.
Houston, Integrity, we copy. Hands are pretty busy at this time. I think we will call you back when we're ready for that.
All right, that one is not urgent.
Well, no, that's all on record. It's at half an hour. So, bye. See ya. That was cool.